game. Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory, Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game
Bang! What is going on, everybody? This is Cory Vincent, Video Game Bang. You know the deal. And it is Christmas time, the most wonderful time of the year. And joining me, as always, across the table, not looking at me. I'm pretty offended, Aaron. I'm just looking down at your phone. You never give me the attention.
Well, there's a new thing I'm going to be doing every day for quite a long time now. So it's 8 o'clock every day. I text a young lady.
Okay, how young?
23, 24.
That's good.
Okay,
That's fine.
You're in the clear. I'm just worried about you, man.
Yeah, no. She's a very good friend of mine. She's moving to Mexico, and I told her, I said, I'm going to make sure you're alive every day.
I'll give it a week before you get bored.
I got an alarm in my thing.
I'll give it a week before you shut the alarm off. You're going to get bored. We know you, Aaron. You pretend, and then you get on these little kicks, and then you just fall out of it.
Maybe with video games.
But, it happens all the time. For a while, you wanted to be a movie maker. Then you wanted to be a script writer.
Still write scripts.
Sure you do. Debatable. Also joining us in the Christmas spirit here to my left, it is David Webb, and I got the wrong camera on the stream, so you're a ghost. I could probably fix it. Actually, I don't think I can fix it.
Wait, because this camera's not working, huh?
It's unplugged.
I'm not gonna.
So it'd become a whole thing. Can you move that?
I'm gonna move.
Well, then we have to switch the microphones.
Yep.
So,
sheesh.
Man. What were we thinking?
Awesome.
Sitting over there. How dare you?
In the normal seat I sit in.
Is it?
Every show? Yeah. Except for when I sit there.
Oh, man.
That camera's better.
Oh, wow. We probably should fix this, but who cares? If you're not watching this on twitch.tv, you're not seeing David Webb, so I'm expecting the numbers to incline a little bit right here. Maybe.
It might decline. You never know.
So far, it's declining. What's going on, everybody? I never said hi.
No, you didn't.
Are you in the Christmas spirit? What have you been doing?
We decorated.
You did?
Well, we put a tree up, yeah.
Okay.
And then Jamie put up her little village.
Is it the one that has the baby Jesus and the goats and the three wise men?
No, it's the one that's like a
The
town.
Jackson 5 and
Yeah, it's like Jackson 5, Moses. Jackson 5 and Moses.
Wait, so you just have a town that you put together?
No. I do not. Jamie, that's all.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand it, but she has a little school, a little bank, a little other buildings, I don't know, and they have lights that go in them, so it looks like there's lights in there.
Does she put it together every year? Is this
every
a yearly
year.
thing?
It's a yearly. She has like fake snow that she sprinkles across.
Is the city in the same exact organized fashion every year, or does it change it up?
I don't pay that much attention, to be honest. This year she added streets. She went and bought streets. It's a thing. You go to Michael's.
People do this. Aaron, does this happen in your household?
No.
Is there a tree up in your house?
I haven't been home today, so there could be.
Your family's falling behind. Behind the 8 ball.
No. They kind of wait. It's a tradition. Well, the thing is, I have to get all the stuff out of the storage because none of them, family full of women, do it. So they wait for me to.
Wow, way to empower women, Aaron.
Yeah, well, no. How about you should tell them that? Way to empower women, girls, by waiting for me to do it.
Well, it's sexist if we say that.
Oh, okay. All
right.
If the internet has taught us anything, it's sexist if we're the one that calls it out.
It's just called truth, people. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Well, it is that time of year. We're getting ready for the annual VGB Christmas party, which you are not going to want to miss. We are going to live stream that one on the evening of December 9th. That is the day before the Sac Gamers Expo. It's going to take place at Oblivion Comics and Coffee. It's going to be fun. It's the first year. It's not going to be in my house. It will be hosted off-site. There will be beer. I will be drunk, and we are going to be counting down the top 20 video games of 2017 as voted by the people. And if you're listening to this, you can also vote if you visit our Twitter page. It is at Video Game Bang, and it is the pinned post. There's a link to a Google document that we have created. We were like the Academy, and we chose the top 40 plus games that we thought should qualify. All you need to do is pick 10 games that you think should be Game of the Year. It'll tabulate, it'll calculate, and we will have something for you guys on the night of December 9th, live on twitch.tv/videogamebang, and up very soon after that via the RSS podcast feed. Very much looking forward to that. Thank you so much to Oblivion Comics and Coffee for helping host that. One of our favorite and most bestest sponsors we've ever had. If you're in the Sacramento area, please go to Oblivion Comics and Coffee. They have comics, they have coffee, they have toast. The rip and dip,
toast.
baby.
That rip and dip.
Holy shit, the rip and dip.
Add little cheese and pepperonis, and we're in major business.
Then now you can't do that business. Then you have
Yeah.
to license yourself as a pizza company.
pizza
No, you don't.
company.
It's
Yeah.
not a pizza company.
Yeah,
No.
100%.
That's
No.
100%.
Once
what
you bring
happens.
pepperonis and cheese into it,
You
Not
don't even.
cheese.
This
It's
is
just
how
pepperoni.
this is how you do
Once
it.
you submit pepperoni to
No.
a flat bread,
You don't. You
Pizza.
don't do it. What you do is you sell the cheese toast
okay.
and then slices of pepperoni.
they,
Oh, and you-
smarter men have tried to get
Yeah.
around the Better Business
That's what
Pizza
you
Bureau,
do.
Aaron, and the pizza
Better
pizza
Business
Illuminati
Pizza
does
Bureau.
not let that
The
slide.
BBPB.
Yeah, you're not the first to try and skate the rules of what's a pizza and what's not a pizza.
No, I didn't say it was not a pizza. I just said that's how you separate.
And what customers do with their pepperonis, their own
Is their
prerogative.
own thing, yeah.
Back in the day, that was the struggle pizza, when you would take just a piece of bread with like whatever tomato paste you had, a little bit of cheese, and some whatever bologna or something like that. And you
Some sort of meat.
throw that bad boy in the oven, and then you got the struggle pizza. But this would be like the enhanced version of that. But go to Oblivion Comics and Coffee, get the rip and dip. They sell it with marinara and hummus, but I don't know.
There's no such
nobody
thing as hummus.
uses
Yeah,
the
nobody
hummus.
uses hummus.
They tried to push the hummus on me. I was like, no, just give me the marinara, dog.
Yeah, they try to push the hummus on me all the time.
Yeah.
They also tried the rip and dip, just as it is, with like the garlic salt and everything, and then Nutella. They do some weird experiments when
Okay,
it gets slow.
I was there. No, I was there with the creation of that, with the two employees that tried
Yeah.
that mess, and I almost wanted to smack the dish out of their hand. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
You know what I was going to try and have you do last night when we were there is the toast challenge.
What, they have a toast challenge?
Yeah, you eat every type of toast that they have, and I think you have 20 minutes to do it. You eat one piece of toast of every kind that they have
And you get it for free.
in 20 minutes, and then I forget what it is. I think you get like a
Diabetes.
percentage off.
That's what you get.
Diabetes in a percentage off. I was Aaron this time.
Oh, I know what it is now. I've discovered it.
What is it?
It's the electric current that you're holding on to,
Oh, we've known that.
but from one specific thing. One thing, because I've done
one
this
specific
before.
plug?
Yeah. I've done
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
this before. All right.
Wow.
Hot mic.
Yeah, hot mic. Well, we have a lot to get through today. It's been an interesting week, and let's just cut through brass tacks. The Avengers trailer, baby.
Was overshadowed by Sacramento getting the nod to be in the MLS, everybody.
All right. If you're in Sacramento, you might care about that. It looks like
We're in the
Sac
Final Four.
Republic are in the Final Four.
We're in the Final Four, baby.
to be accepted to MLS, which would spark the creation of a new rail yard arena, which would all be pretty cool. But no, Aaron, I'm talking about news on a global scale, which happens to be the Avenger trailer. Did you guys see this?
I saw it twice.
I saw it
It's
5
not a
o'clock in
competition.
the morning.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to say 5 times.
Yeah, I thought
And
so
I
too.
probably have actually seen it 5 times. I watched it twice in the morning. I watched it 3 times at work. And then when
You do that at work?
yeah, you gotta keep that momentum up. And then actually because I like I said I haven't been home. I went to my godkid's house, and my godson are both big Marvel fans. One is a huge Black Panther fan, and the other one is just all of them. And they watched it repeatedly, like just
Yeah.
YouTube, because they hadn't seen it. And I was like, this is dope. I get to share with them this amazing trailer, or excuse me, teaser.
Was it a teaser? It was pretty much a
That's-
trailer. It was
No,
like
that
2
was a
minutes.
trailer?
No, they're marketing it as a teaser.
Everything I've seen
Well,
is a trailer.
You know why? Because there's no real there's no real explanation of a plot. Like you can get if you're a fan, you know the thing.
You don't have to know what. You don't have to even be a fan.
Yeah.
You can go into this blind. You see one guy
fighting
deck
other
another
people.
guy.
Yeah,
and you
but
go,
for what?
He's clearly the bad guy.
For what though? Exactly. There you go.
Middle Earth, Aaron. For Middle Earth.
That's what I'm saying.
So you watched it this many times? Any trailer breakdowns?
Oh,
that
yeah.
you've seen?
So I watched trailer breakdowns and I
Yeah.
also watched trailer reactions.
I got one pulled up right now.
John Boyega had the best trailer reaction. I'll tell you that. That was good.
That was even.
I know it wasn't, but it was good.
That was his reaction to his scene.
Yes, I know.
In Star Wars.
But
But it fit.
It fit perfectly.
It
yes.
fit perfectly.
And every time I see that reaction from John Boyega in the Star Wars, it gives me chills because he's genuinely excited about being in that project. But some breakdowns, we see a lot of if you freeze frame it on one of the scenes, you actually get to see one of Thanos's lieutenants. Yeah,
because it's a blink. It's
a blink. It's
boom.
So fast,
and I have her name.
You will miss it.
Hang on,
Maxima
something like that. Prima Maxima.
No, not Prima. That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound right. But
Maxima Midnight. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I did notice one
Proxima Midnight.
There you go.
Interesting freeze frame, and that is on one of the scenes when they are in Wakanda and they're charging the horde of whatever bad guy it is.
And you get the Avengers B team.
You do see that, but War Machine is in there.
War Machine's in there.
Falcon's in there.
How did War Machine get there?
What do you mean, how did he get there?
He's paralyzed.
No, he's not paralyzed. He's in rehab. And you don't know how long it is from.
So you're thinking that's it? That's how they're going to explain it? Just enough time has passed?
Yeah.
Or
I was hoping it was
he's
going
in
to
a
be something
bionic
cooler.
suit.
And first of all, he's in a bionic suit.
Tony programs it, and like.
Well, see, that'd be cool. That'd be an interesting plot point where,
Yeah.
in the suit, he can walk around normally.
Yeah.
His prosthetic legs give him that ability. Yes.
Yeah.
The Hulk is there too, which is kind of crazy because you see in another scene Bruce crash through the
Sanctum Sanctorum. Yeah, he crashes straight down there. So if anybody's ever read,
well, did you see actually on that part specifically when he crashed through the Sanctorum, they show Bruce Banner standing there with Tony Stark and Wong and Doctor Strange in normal clothes, clean, and then they show him busted through the stairs, beat up. So it's like he's normal. Maybe Thanos appears or somebody appears. He turns Hulk form and then gets defeated and turns back into Bruce Banner.
No, I don't think it goes that way.
I don't think so because
well, look. I mean, that's the way it
right
exists.
there.
Unless he cleans up and then he.
Hey, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, thanks for the 50 cents. We appreciate that.
But I think the sequence of events, because it shows him. I don't know anything about Thor Ragnarok because I didn't see it.
Right.
So
that was your first mistake.
Whenever they're looking over at him, there is no Tony Stark there. It's
No.
only Guan Yu and Cumberbund, and they're looking at him down in the hole.
Yeah.
And he's like hulked, deformed, or depowered or whatever. But the other thing that you're talking about, he's fully
clothed and Tony is there.
Suit clothes.
So I feel like somehow he ends up crashing through, and that's how he gets back to Earth somehow, and then calls Tony, and that's how Tony shows up.
Well, the film has got to start with where Thor left off.
Yeah,
that's the way it
pretty
starts.
close to it. Yeah,
and wasn't Hulk there at the end?
That's the thing. Yeah, Hulk was there at the end.
Spoilers.
So there's going to be a showdown, and they're going to get split up.
Right.
And so
because you see in another scene,
you see what Loki has.
Loki has the Tesseract, which we all kind of assumed that he took that.
He swiped it.
Yeah. And then in his scene, he's walking over what looks like maybe some dead Asgardians, and it could be a destroyed ship.
And he's handing over that.
He's handing over the Tesseract.
He's got to be handing it to Thanos because he's a coward. He's not going to fight to the death or try and save it.
Or one of his lieutenants, because there's at least 2 of his lieutenants in the movie or in the trailer.
In the trailer. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say in the movie there's like 4, isn't there?
But also,
yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so I want to know, in you have the opening scene. Who is Tony holding? Tony's like crying.
That's his own hand.
That's his own hand.
Yeah, that's his own hand.
Okay.
Well, not spoiler, but
I think you want to know my hot take. Hot take here.
Okay.
Hot take.
Spider-Man dies.
Okay.
Nope.
So
That's where I was gonna go. That's where I
I
was
don't
gonna
think
go.
number one he won't.
I don't think he does
He
die.
won't
Yeah.
because
Why not?
There's already a Spider-Man Homecoming or a Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It
Are you
takes
guys,
place
are you guys,
after.
are you guys forgetting about the time stone? You guys forgetting that there's a way to bring people back?
Are you forgetting what stones you saw in this trailer though? You see
We
the
saw
Power
Power
Stone,
Stone
and you
and the
see the
Space
Space
Stone.
Stone. That's it.
But you also see Doctor Strange is a huge part of the movie. He's the keeper of the
Very true.
time stone.
True.
So you
Very
know it's
true.
around.
So the only ones you see that Thanos may even get, well, I mean, you know for sure he gets time and power. I mean,
Right.
he gets power and space. But the other one is the soul, right?
Soul Patrol, yeah.
And you know he gets that because you see Vision on his back getting
Right.
Beat up by Proxima and I think Corvus.
It's not
Corvus
Proxima, just Corvus.
No, it's both.
Is it both? Oh, it is.
Go
both.
go
There
back
are
and
4
look,
legs right
and
there.
you see
You're right.
both weapons
Yeah.
down at him. Yeah, you gotta freeze frame these things. You gotta freeze frame.
Yeah,
these.
freeze frame.
I'm watching a GIF right now.
Isn't that what George Michael taught us back in the 80s?
Freeze frame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think what Spider-Man goes through, I think he's the first Avenger, quote unquote,
And
to get
someone
knocked.
in chat corrected you. That's not the Soul Gem. That's the Mind Gem.
Or the Mind Gem.
Mind Gem.
Excuse me.
So
the
Soul
Mind
Gem is MIA.
Yes.
I think you're right because you see the opening scene, you see that planet, right? And you see Tony in that scene with the background, that orangey background. And then in another scene later on, you see Spidey get smashed into the ground by Thanos, and then Tony looking around behind him, and it's the same background. It's the
Could
same
be a
scene
vision,
back
though,
there.
huh?
Could be a vision.
That's what I'm saying.
But it
he's the
also-
one that gets those visions, apparently, in these, whatchamacallits.
True. Also, what planet do you guys think they're on?
See, that's the thing. That's why I think it's a vision.
So hang on. The breakdown that I'm looking at right now is thinking it's the Nova Corps planet. What's the planet?
I'm not sure what the planet is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
Wait,
there is an Infinity Stone there.
Somebody says
Right.
the Guardians have a gym too.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, Xandar.
Xandar, yes.
So the breakdown I'm looking at says that they think it might be Xandar, and that's how he gets the power gem because the power gem is on Xandar, the purple one, because the Nova Corps was.
Yeah, but Spider-Man's not there.
You don't think Spidey and Tony are in space?
I see Spider-Man being a first responder to that giant ring.
You see
showing
when
up,
his hairs stick up,
right, and he sees
Yeah.
the giant
Yeah.
little ship or
See,
whatever
we got the Spidey
in
sense.
the yes. I think he's a first responder with that new thing. It's in his own backyard. It's in New York, right?
Right.
Everything's in New York. Yeah.
Exactly.
New York is like the worst place to live.
He goes there trying to be hero, gets stomped, of course, because it's just Spider-Man versus Thanos. Gets wrecked.
Yeah.
And I think he's taken out of the game early and won't show up till the third act.
I think he dies. I think he gets killed, and then that's why Tony's super upset, and then he goes into that's going to be the motivation to get him super hyped.
Spidey's the
To do what
Coulson
though? Like
of
super.
Avengers 4.
To work back together with Captain America to let go of all the other stuff he's been
I
holding
think
on
it's
to.
I think it's a pincer attack. They're fighting from two different sides. I think Cap and everybody's gonna have. I think the Avengers. I don't feel you're going to get everybody in a gigantic battle. I think you're going to get half a team in a gigantic battle, and you're going to get another half of the team in a gigantic battle.
For this one,
But you don't
I
think they're
agree.
going to be coordinated at all?
They'll be coordinated over telecoms.
Skype?
Yeah,
Over Skype?
yeah,
Doop doop doop.
yeah.
Doop, doop,
FaceTime.
doop.
That's
Tony.
exactly
Tony, can you hear me?
Because
Yeah.
look
Hang
at
on,
look
Wait,
at
hang on.
Skype's got an update. Hold on.
I'm in Wakanda.
Look,
Hang on.
look at
Hang
the
on.
squad that's in Wakanda. You don't see Strange. You don't see Guardians. You don't see Tony. You don't see any of the people that are in New York.
And it's definitely a cross of what we saw in Civil War.
Yeah.
Because War Machine was with Tony, and
You
then
don't-
in here you see him with Cap.
You don't see Vision. You don't see Scarlet.
Right. Which also, speaking of Cap, there are in the breakdown I'm looking at, they're calling him. Is it possible that he's actually Nomad now and not Captain America?
Oh, stop it. He's not. He's still Captain America. That's a deep cut if they're trying to go Nomad. He's not Nomad.
Well, it kind of makes sense though if you
Stop
read the
it.
background of Nomad.
It's funny that at one
Stop
point,
it.
he says, "Get him a shield."
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's no shield. Instead, you see him in the next scene, and he's wearing these black
Panther gauntlet,
gauntlet
things. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. And Diagondo, who really should have been here because he's the expert on these things, says to remember this is only a part 1 movie. So
Yeah. To some degree, I think. because they're gonna have movies in between. Because again, they're gonna do another Spider-Man after this, right? They're doing another. We saw no Ant-Man or Wasp in this trailer.
That's okay. They could leave them out.
But they're a part of it.
You don't know though. They could have been really tiny.
Oh, stop
in
it.
the background of somewhere.
They're riding the back of Hulk.
If Thanos is sending out big guns like that, you need Giant Man stomping around.
You know, that's the one trope of these movies I really can't stand, though. I kind of cringed a little bit when I saw the giant horde of like just nameless alien things coming out of the woods.
They're not nameless alien things.
No,
Those
they're
are
not.
actual.
What are they?
They're
It's a Black Order, isn't it?
no, that's the Black Order is the
It's just like the
Lieutenant guys.
Chitauri, though. Chitauri's a real thing, but still, there's a shitload of them, and they all fight.
Those things
coordinated.
are like they have mind powers, like actual like mind control powers.
Do you
those
think they're
things.
gonna have that in this?
No, they're definitely gonna be like nameless hordes.
Yeah, they're just gonna be nameless horde. Yeah, just same thing, like same concept. They take something, even whether it's in canon or not, and they just make a bunch of them so you can get a bunch of cannon fodder for the movie, which I guess is okay, but I don't feel like it.
Well,
needed
I mean,
that. Come on,
realistically, can Thanos alone come down there and be able to take all of them?
man. He's got his lieutenants. That should be plenty.
Well,
What-
3 of them are fighters. The other one is just kind of a strategic guy. So you can knock the strategic guy out the fight if you were just. I'm just saying if it's just the 5v, what 12?
Yeah.
Like not even 12.
Aren't
actually.
there plenty of other characters they could just rope into this though?
other bad guys that they haven't introduced?
Gladiator.
Okay, no.
What about
He's gonna rip a black hole in half and then
Yeah.
just call it a day. And plus, that's X-Men. Can't go that.
boom? I saw one theory that you see the Hulkbuster and he's in Wakanda, but in no scene do you see Tony in Wakanda.
In Wakanda, that's true.
And so the theory is because in one of the opening scenes you see Bruce with the Hulkbuster arm behind him, and then one of the next scenes you see the Hulkbuster is in Wakanda. So the theory is that Bruce is actually using the Hulkbuster.
Remotely.
No, in it
Instead of
instead of.
Oh no,
hulking
Bruce
up.
Banner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Instead
yeah,
of what do you think, Batman?
No. I'm thinking every time you kept saying Bruce, I just kept
thought
thinking Tony. Yeah, I just kept thinking Tony.
That he's using that, like at least initially, because then in the other scene where you see the
he's by an arm too. That looks like it's just being repaired.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
It
he's
looks
working
like he's
on
repairing
it.
it,
Yeah, okay.
and it looks like they're in Wakanda. But then you see the scene of them running through the jungle with the team, and he's back in Hulk form. So
I think they're definitely depowering a lot of people because when Proxima throws her spear at Cap and he sidesteps and grabs it, it's like I think you're underestimating how powerful Proxima is compared to Captain America.
well,
here.
Captain America went toe to toe with Loki too, though, in the first Avengers, and that probably went.
Yeah, but he kind of didn't do any damage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, every time he
would
would
show up and mop him up. Huh?
exactly. So that's why I'm like, is Cap been hitting weights? No.
Yeah. Where do you think? Fury plays into all this? Because you hear his voiceover in the beginning.
For a
indicates
split, yeah.
He's got to be part of this somehow.
I don't know if he is though.
They wouldn't call Samuel L. Jackson and just say, "Hey, we got this voiceover part."
And they wouldn't put him in Vanity Fair.
But
True that.
That's
There
true.
you go.
Okay,
Full
that you have
costume.
me. But the voiceover, that is a clip from
Yeah, that's
like
just
Avengers.
Clip. Yeah, that's just the first one.
And then then they had the rest of them record the rest of that.
Vanity Fair, though.
Vanity Fair. You're right.
Can
That's
we
what
talk
gets it.
about Black Widow's silver/blonde?
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Go back to the way it's supposed to be.
I don't
My
understand
Black
why they
Widow
do
is
that.
red hair.
Yeah,
I wonder if they address it.
I hope they do.
It'll be some it better not be like some passing joke. And that's the other thing. Like with how funny the movies have been lately, I hope they kind of borrow some of the comedy.
Yeah.
They'll have the comedy.
And I mean, some of it though. Like I don't want it to be Thor again. I don't want Thor Ragnarok level of slapstick
Right.
humor in this movie.
There's a scene where she's stabbing something, like
Yeah.
a final blow looking type of thing.
Right.
I don't want her to get the kill on any of the big bads.
You don't?
No, because that's so not right.
Who?
The freaking Black Widow.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think she does though.
That's what it looks like.
Because she's getting. It looks like she has the same Loki-esque
Yeah.
spear
Yeah.
as you see in the other scene with Vision.
This isn't a thing, a sexist thing. I don't care what you want to say.
She's just.
If she stabs in this
she's a
movie,
spy.
if she stabs Proxima Midnight and gets the final blow on that, it better be because the Hulkbuster suit beat the snot out of Proxima first,
And then she's like, "I got this."
Yeah, and then she just
Dink.
came in with the last one.
It's Scarlett Johansson. She's a big star. She needs a big kill.
No,
That's how it works.
no.
I gotta
Hollywood.
say though, looking at these scenes with Cap, in both scenes you see granted, it could just be that his uniform is dirty, but the whole patriotism is hidden.
Well, he's a fugitive.
He's a fugitive.
Yeah.
Which the whole story behind Nomad is that it's Steve Rogers, and he calls himself the Nomad after he becomes basically disenfranchised with the American government.
I don't think they'd confuse people,
Yeah, they
moviegoers. He may say something
He might
like,
say that I'm a nomad
just a
now.
nomad now.
Yeah,
Right. I think
that'll be the
it's
line.
an Easter egg
That'll be the
for
line.
us.
Yeah.
It's not they're not gonna call him Nomad.
And that's why I won't see it in theaters like that. Because as soon as he says that line, and
all the geeks in the
douche-
audience.
yeah,
Yeah, he said it.
it's gonna be like 4 people in
It's
the
the same
theater.
guy who every movie says, that's Stan Lee.
yeah. I hated that.
That's another
in
thing. How is Stan Lee gonna fit into this?
The Deadpool movie, when it was just a lot of dudes whispering to their girlfriends or boyfriends,
boyfriend,
whatever.
yeah,
That's
whatever.
cool. It's 2017.
I was upset. I was like, "Shut up! Let them speak on screen."
What about the scene with Thor at the end?
Insane. And my favorite part of the whole thing.
Spoiler,
It is a little bit.
because I didn't. When I looked at it, I was like, "He lost an eye."
Oh, well,
What did I
okay,
miss?
so this is assuming that you're watching the movies as they come
Okay,
out.
but I am sorry that I did not see that freaking whatchamacallit.
Dude, Thor Ragnarok is so good. I can't believe you
It's
haven't
super
seen
good.
it yet.
I might go see it again.
I think we should. Maybe we should make it a group thing.
Yes.
That's gross.
Let's go, Aaron. But did you see Teenage Groot is a thing?
Teenage Groot.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm still not a fan of him doing the slow grow up
Growth?
thing. Yeah,
Why?
because Groot doesn't slow grow. He like buffs out grow. Like he just.
I think though it provides a lot of room for token comedy, some lightheartedness.
I
in
think
it,
it provides a lot of room to sell toys.
and that
Yeah.
I like Mantis, who just kind of gives out that awkward hi wave to Thor.
I like because we know from what we talked about in the first part, Thor's gonna get wrecked.
Yes.
And that ship's going to get blown up. All that stuff's going to happen. And it looks like that's how who's going to pick him up.
Right.
He'll probably just be floating in space.
Well, we saw
He'll
that.
run into the windshield.
It was
or
like a
something.
leak.
Yeah, they showed that.
They showed
Yeah,
it.
they
It
showed
was
that leak.
that exact thing.
'Cause as soon as he hits
He's
the
floating
windshield,
in space, hits a
yeah.
windshield, and that's when everybody was like, "That's the Guardians." I bet you the
And
Guardians pick him up.
Because Rocket's like windshields.
Oh,
Yeah.
wipers.
Or wipers.
That's
wipers,
what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I called that shit?
Yeah.
Wow, that's bad writing. If I called it, that is terrible writing.
Yeah, he hits the windshield. They bring him
Comedically?
inside, and Mantis wakes him up.
Kind of
Then he freaks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was easy. That was low hanging.
Probably the same comedic level as when he's hanging in the chain and he spins.
Yeah.
Like that same comedic, like boom.
So you gotta think. You have all these stars.
Yes.
They're gonna need screen time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna put them all on one screen at one time.
They got 2 movies to do it.
Not in in this one.
They're gonna put them in. They're gonna be fighting 3 different fronts. I bet. Space, Wakanda, and
New York.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you they are, and we're not going to see them all come together until the last one. And
I don't even think you're gonna see that by then. If Hawkeye and Scarlet aren't dead, like
if they're not dead, then there's some superpower
Yeah.
that they're just hiding because
they've got
like,
Batman superpower
They have to be.
of preparation time.
So the theory too is like an ongoing one that the whole reason they're fighting in Wakanda is that one of the gems is there.
Oh no, yeah, hands down. There's a stone in Wakanda.
Which one would that be then? The Soul Gem?
Probably the last few of them because they
Few
just
of 'em?
they
They're
just
all-
hoarded them.
The rest are in Wakanda.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would actually
the
hate
rest
that
are
if
pretty
they did
much
that.
accounted for, right? And what was the Soul Gem? Wasn't that the Ether
What's the ether
from Thor 2?
Was it the ether?
Let's Google this.
Yeah, let's.
We have the
Was that a
entirety of internet at our hands, and we're not gonna.
Oh, wow. While they're looking that up, holy cow. Oh, wow. This is so exciting. Oh, what you playing, gods? You never know when they're going to show up. That is, of course, the What You Playing theme song, where it is time to go round robin around this podcast table, and we talk about the games that we are playing. We'll talk more Avengers maybe after the segment, and definitely leading up to the movie. But first, Webb, what have you been playing? Keep in mind, if you say Destiny 2, you're a sellout.
Actually, I have not picked up that game in a while.
Is it just because you haven't been bothered to play it, or is it because you're protesting?
A little bit of both. I have thought about picking it up, and I was like, kind of feel dirty playing it.
Did you say streamers are actually boycotting it?
I read somewhere that people were streamers were not
as they
streaming
should.
it.
As they should.
And these aren't just like average streamers that just aren't playing the game.
This
These
is
are
PewDiePie. This is I don't know.
No, they're actual like they're streamers that are known for playing Destiny, and they're just not playing it.
I wonder if King Gothalion is one of them.
I didn't see specific names, so it's possible. But Destiny's gonna come back up later in the show.
Okay, what have you been
We
playing?
got some news on that.
3 Destinies in a row.
I think the last thing I played actually was Battlefield 1.
There you go. Not bad.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad game. I actually really like it. I like how they have the campaign because it's not just like one story. You play like 5 different stories in 5 different parts of the world. It's kind of cool.
Just like Avengers.
Yeah,
Gonna be a couple of
It's
different
just
stories
like
all
Avengers,
around.
Are you
yeah.
doing competitive or just campaign?
I've just played campaign so far.
And is the story good?
I think it's good. It's well written. It's interesting because it is like historical fiction, so it is kind of interesting. I think the situations they put you in are semi-realistic, like they're actual events that happen. Obviously, it didn't happen the way it plays out, but like that's kind of neat how they do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Flying the planes is probably my favorite. That was a lot of fun.
Is that part of the story?
Yeah, it's part of the story. Yeah.
Nice. Aaron, what you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Fortnite?
No, actually, I haven't picked up Fortnite in a fortnight.
Wow. How long is a fortnight?
I don't know.
Is that like
It's got to be
2 weeks?
It's got to be a good
4 weeks?
I would just think it was one night.
No, it'd be at least 4 nights because that would just sound.
A fortnight is a unit of time equal to 14 days.
Nope.
2
That's
weeks.
2 weeks.
Nailed it.
So then probably, that's actually pretty accurate. I haven't played Fortnite in a fortnight.
I want to get back on there. I've been seeing a lot of streamers.
Actually, now that just brings up so many questions about the game. Like, why is it? I don't get it. I've been playing, of course, FIFA. I've been playing, of course, what's the other game? DC Universe Online, because they gave you a free Green Lantern expansion.
What?
Which is actually pretty dope. I was playing with Piper from the Capeless Crusaders, who made a Green Lantern, but wears all purple.
But he's a Green
Lantern.
I don't think there was ever a rule that said the Green Lantern
That's what
had
I told
to
him.
wear green.
That's exactly what
It's
I told
true,
him. I
yeah.
said, I don't think there's a rule. I think they just kind of
They just-
hive-minded.
Kind of common courtesy.
They color coordinate.
And just like the Green Arrow, he could wear whatever he wants, but it's kind of like his thing.
Yeah.
kind of think Green Arrow should stick to green.
I
Green
mean,
Lantern.
there's
should
no
stick to
law.
Green.
But like,
Who's going to enforce that?
just like there's
The Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah,
No, I said Green Arrow.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
the Arrow
They're-
Corps.
Yeah.
The Arrow Corps?
The Arrow Corps.
You
Depends
got
on
Speedy.
Yeah. And then I've been
Artemis?
playing, of course, more Warframe. The game is just
Warframe.
freaking amazing. And then I've been looking up actually builds for different frames and stuff like that. The game is incredible. So a lot of actual MMOs,
Look at you.
minus the FIFA.
I'm excited you're playing video games again. I'm pretty refreshed.
And
I was
I'm
worried about you for
going to
a
be
minute.
a lot more video games, too, with this random Steam codes. $5 get you 10
Oh
games.
yeah, he's doing that.
Wait, what is it?
$5 get you 10 games. Random Steam games. They give you Steam codes for,
Who does?
Steam.
Steam is doing it.
No, G2A. GTA or G4A. Or
Oh,
whatever it is.
G2A.
G2A.
The
yeah,
one
yeah.
who sponsor like everybody.
Yes.
Except us.
We should get them on, yeah. But yeah, they do a thing where they get you random codes for $5. I think it's 10 of them.
And of quality? Or you gonna
They're random, bro. There's no you can't quality random. You can't be like, these aren't quality games. Well, you get what you paid for. You got $5.
I guess.
Who knows? Battlefield 1 might be.
You know what? I don't think you guys could even potentially imagine the game that I've gone back to.
If it's Halo 2,
Nope.
then I've imagined it already.
Hearthstone.
No. I really don't think you can guess. It is pretty much the most random game to pick up after leaving it for so long.
Is it that golf
Rayman
game you were
Legends.
playing?
Nope. Nope. That was a fun game though, Aaron. That golf game, Stickman Golf.
Yeah,
so
Stickman
fun.
Golf.
Close. It was actually Fallout Shelter.
A friend of mine, she picked that up for the first time like 3 weeks ago.
They improved the hell out of it.
Yeah, when she was showing me the stuff, I was like, none of that was in any of this.
Yeah, no, it actually gives me something to work for again. I started a new vault, like from scratch, because I wanted to experience the game from beginning to end. And there's missions now, like quests.
Oh, okay.
So you send out a squad of like 3, and you raid other vaults. It actually cuts to another area, and you go through room by room, clearing it out.
Oh, so it's a full-blown just game now. It's not just a little
the combat is still auto. So you send them into a room, and you just kind of watch their vitals and give them health packs and stuff as they need it. But you can give them better weapons. They level up, get experience. It's a way to get legendary gear, more lunchboxes, all sorts of stuff like that. And also when you send your guy out, remember how you used to send him into the wilderness?
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll encounter a thing that pops up, and you can click on it and go in there and experience something. So like my guy made it to the Red Rocket, and so he walked in there, and there was a group of raiders, a shitload of them, and he was by himself. And they asked me a trivia question about Fallout, basically. And if I answered it right, they just gave me money and let me go. If I answered wrong, I'd had to kill them all. So I answered correctly.
Why are raiders just giving out trivia for Fallout?
Because video games.
Who was the lead developer in Fallout 3? Tell us now, or we'll shoot
Fourth
you.
wall broken.
It had to do with lore of the game, so it could be understandable why they would ask these questions.
So how much revenue did Fallout 2 make?
It was like, who was the leader of the Temple of Dan or something like that? I can't remember.
Was it Dan?
It was Dan.
I mean, that's...
Yeah, it was an easy question.
No, I remember I think in Fallout 3, it was like the cult of like Steve or something like that. And everybody ran around saying Steve, because they were all clones of that one guy, Steve. Mm-hmm. Okay, I remember stuff like that, yeah.
So I'm playing that game and having the time of my life.
Did they ever integrate that game with the actual 4?
I don't think they did.
Because I would have loved to have seen that. Like, the vault you create there, you can transfer over to and actually be a real vault in Fallout 4.
That'd be dope. I think it's a missed opportunity.
I think it was a huge missed opportunity.
I think it would take a lot of development.
Characters do cross over. Like
there were characters, yeah.
I have Tenpenny in my vault.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, he's still alive.
Yeah, Mr. Tenpenny made it, and he's like my strongest dude. So yeah.
He said, I survived multiple games. Of course I'm your strongest character.
And because I'm such a nerd, I like to base all of the people in my vault off of my real life friends.
I mean, it's what everybody does.
So
not me. I don't rename any of them.
Really?
I just keep them.
That's horrible.
That's depressing. Yep, Aaron, David, and Bags are my my main squad. You guys go out and take care of all the vaults and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like the gang's all here.
Yeah. No one could leave me. You're all my friends.
That's terrible.
Don't worry. One of my best friends in the world, David Ing, he's in the lab making stim packs.
That makes sense.
100% sense.
That makes all the
sense. When you said
sense.
David, I thought you meant him.
I boosted his intelligence all the way to the top, and then
it's real life.
Yeah, and then I throw him. I try and keep it kind of true to real life.
Yeah.
Webb, your stats are all super low, but the team just carries you.
It's standard.
Wow.
It's like real life.
Have you had a...
Aaron's charisma is all the way up, but everything else is down.
Wow.
Intelligence especially.
So you did make it.
I made it just like you.
Yeah, no,
100% charisma.
Nowhere near.
And then, of course, my stats are all peaked. And I just sit in the lounge impregnating everybody who comes through.
That's a horrible vault. That is literally probably the lore for one of the horrible vaults in the game.
I bet you it is.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good time now.
It's a good time. Worst.
And that was, of course, Whattcha Playin. Oh, wow. We did it in outro version.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This song.
Oh,
thank you, podcast gods. That was fun.
He's really bad at segues.
Yeah, he
both
is.
the machine
is.
and the actual segue.
I'll have you know I've mastered the segue machine.
To wrap around back to the gems, there's 2 gems that still haven't been discovered in the MCU, and that's the soul and time.
I thought time was in Doctor Strange.
Nope.
I bet you it's in his little collar thing. Come on. It has to be.
Time. Isn't that
That's
the
what
Eye of Agamotto?
Yeah, that's what he used to trap him in the time loop.
Well, maybe this thing is old, but
Dormammu!
this says...
I've come to make a deal.
This thing says the Mind Gem, of course, is the scepter.
Yeah.
The Power Gem, of course, is the orb. The Reality Gem is the Aether. and the space gem is the Tesseract.
Yeah, the ether. They literally said it. Yeah.
But Gondo came up with a sweet revelation saying maybe the soul gem will be revealed in the Black Panther as he communicates with the Panther God.
Oh, and that's the soul. That's how he does it.
That's how he does it with the soul gem. Time Stone is the Eye of Agamotto, according to this updated one.
And according to chat, I butchered that line. It's
I've come to bargain.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Such a good movie.
Somebody put Soul Gem as Thor's hammer. Stop it.
No, stop it.
Well, yeah, because Doc got destroyed hella quick. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Wow, thank you, because I didn't see a trailer. That's what that is. Wait, does... Oh. Holy crap.
Webb's telling the news.
Hold on, before you get to that.
Yeah.
I thought
this is in the news. Marvel's...
No, but somebody,
Okay,
the way they put it, they said it's spelling out Thanos. S for scepter and orb, but
Bro, I've seen
Eye of
that. I saw that
Agamotto.
hella days.
the Eye of Agamotto doesn't... What is it, necklace?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's the worst. You might as well give up now.
No one knows what you're talking about. Let's get to the news.
All right, so we've been covering this story since it started, so I thought we'd keep going. Destiny 2 and Bungie. This whole issue that's been happening, it originated with the revelation that your XP isn't really actually what you're getting, which led to a whole thing. Today, the developers were supposed to do a video.
Where are they now?
Showcasing what you get in the new expansion, Curse of Osiris. They made the, in my opinion, very wise decision to not make a video of what you get if you spend more money with them, but instead how they're going to make the game that you already have even better.
Did you watch this video?
No, they didn't make a video. They did a blog post.
Oh, so they just wrote some things.
Which, that does kind of seem...
Yeah.
You think being in a video legitimizes it?
No, I think
Not legitimized,
I think
but
showing. I
feel
think we're a
like-
visual. It's for a visual medium. You should be having some type of
We're
visual
a visual people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I wanted a
Tell
word,
that to everybody who writes patch notes.
Yeah.
What the hell are patch notes?
no, but it's a difference between patch notes of things that are
A list of things that
a
are
list
in
of
the
things
update.
that are update in an
versus
update that just came out versus
we
what's
screwed
coming.
up. This is how we're fixing it.
Yeah.
So they did a whole blog post that outlines their entire plan for the rest of the year leading into 2018. Starting with the December 5th update. So they're going to do an update, and this is going to fix a lot of the things that I kind of had an issue with. So players are going to be able to buy legendary Ingrams from Master Raoul for shards. One of the biggest issues is shards. The only way that you could spend them is with Xur, and Xur doesn't have anything past a certain power level. So you just collect, I have well over 100 shards. They're just chilling there. And you remember from Destiny 1, it only takes 30 shards to get something. So I can't buy anything, so I just have them collecting. So you can now use them to buy other things. And one of those things is legendary Ingrams, which is, of course, something that drops very rarely and is very frustrating to try and collect. This, in turn, is going to update the mod economy. So it's kind of like a... what's that thing when the government gave us money to boost the economy? No, gave us money to boost the economy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So stimulus package?
Yeah, it's like a stimulus package. They're trying to boost the economy to get things going again.
I remember that shit. Good. How'd you make that callback?
Somebody's giving you money for
Yeah.
a mess up?
Yeah, they messed up. They're giving us money to boost the economy.
All right.
Gunsmith is going to start selling legendary mods.
This was all in the blog post, correct?
Yeah,
So they never showed
I'm
anything, right?
paraphrasing.
What do you mean they never showed anything?
So
If it's in the blog, it's
No.
law.
You're so skeptical.
Why does it have to be in a video?
because the 2 stories we did ago, there was a full list I had of things that they said they were going to do that they did not do.
Now it's in writing.
It was in writing before. It needs to be a video showing me what you put in the game.
They'll break.
How hard is that?
They'll break the video
No, they
promises
won't.
just as quickly as they would a written
Show
one.
me that stuff.
Doesn't
Okay,
mean- that doesn't-
So that
If
to
anything,
me,
in writing is more
no.
than in video.
you guys are. How are you missing the point of they've done that before and failed? Why you guys? Why? How would you? So if I slap you and then say I'm not going to do it again, and then slap you again and then say I'm not going to do it again.
You can write it down.
Wow,
And
this sounds a lot like my childhood.
How would
Damn.
you believe me for the third time?
Fool me once, shame on you.
So then, then when it happens, it's going to be shame on you guys again?
December 12th
All right,
patch
that's what I thought.
is going
Yeah,
to
that's
not
what I thought.
only
It's cool.
include the
I want
Curse
the
of
best
Osiris
for you
update.
guys. I really do.
Wow.
I want the best for you guys.
December 12th is not going to only include the Curse of Osiris update expansion, but you're also going to be able to get patches that fix a number of other items, including 3 of coins.
Okay.
It's an item that increases your chance of earning exotics for 4 hours. Xur is going to be selling those, as well as a Fated Ingram, which guaranteed to turn into an exotic item that you don't already have, which is pretty cool that they're doing that, because that's an issue. I can't tell you how many times I've opened an Ingram only to have the same exact one already.
So this is the baby take me back phase, and
Yeah,
now
basically.
that's how every abusive relationship works. The way Aaron painted this picture of abuse is actually pretty accurate. It always works to that way where something bad happens, a negative thing, and then everyone gets in an uproar and says, "All right, I'm leaving you. Here's the divorce papers." And then, he shows up 2 weeks later on a motorcycle saying that he's changed and takes you out to Applebee's to make it all up to you.
Beat you in the back of the parking lot and
And then things are good for a couple months again.
Yeah.
And then he's at the same strip club.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? But here's the thing. Because it's what they're going to do. They're going to come out with these updates slowly and, in small increments and everything like that, just to keep the bait on there just a little bit, enough for people to come back. But I mean, like, nobody looks at the. That's why I can't wait till 2018 games start rolling out. Your Red Dead Redemptions, your Monster World Hunter, or Monster Hunter World, like games that have shown, not Red Dead, but games that have shown what they're going to be about. And actually, tell you the honest truth, Monster World Hunter, they're coming out with the beta, so you'll be able to play that,
And then Destiny 2 is not going to show up to your band's big show.
and that's cool.
Destiny
That's cool.
2,
Maybe,
speaking of...
maybe Destiny 2 will go into rehab, get its life together, and then come back maybe a year later with a better game for cheaper.
It's stupid cheap right now. You can get it for $25
Last of Us
on Amazon for all platforms.
Really?
Wait, maybe not PC.
Is it? And
Xbox
that's a
and
permanent?
PS4.
Or
I
is
don't
that
know if it's
just
permanent.
is
It
that
might
a
just be
deal?
a sale. But even still, for a game that came out like a couple months ago,
All right, I grow weary of this Destiny talk.
People grow weird of that Destiny game.
keeping in the same vein of the
So Destiny is actually
Bungie debacle and EA, there is this 19-year-old kid who spent over $10,000 on microtransactions.
If he were in this studio right now,
do you guys hear about this?
Wait a minute, in one game or
No,
across multiple
just
titles?
across multiple titles, but over
How did they-
$10,000.
Wait.
Within
No
what time?
19-year-old spent 10,000. His parents may have spent 10,000.
Well,
was his
so-
name Bezer?
No, it started since he was 13, and he started doing microtransactions. The game he started with was Clash of Clans.
Who kept track of this?
He did. He has receipts and bank statements going all the way back for 6 years to show all the amount that he's paid. And, it's
And
been
what does
added
he
up.
have to show for himself?
He said, "I got the top ranked clan on Clash of Clans, bro."
I doubt it.
Total spent is $13,500.
He has lost his damn mind, Charlie.
The games that he spent was Counter-Strike, CS:GO.
So wait, a game that you do not have to spend any money on, right?
Boom.
Okay.
But he's got the dopest like stickers and knives, I'm sure.
So stupid.
Wait for this next one. This next one, you're gonna lose your damn mind. Smite.
Hey, that's fair.
I'll give him a slide.
That's reasonable.
I'll give him a slide
That's
on
the
that one.
smartest money a kid
that's,
spent.
That's the one you just spend it on.
The
I bet he has that Energy Chrono skin.
He probably does.
The Hobbit.
He said, "I got two
Kingdoms of Middle Earth.
The Hobbit?
Kingdoms of Middle Earth.
What the hell did you even spend on the
Potatoes,
Hobbit?
boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
That's horrible.
This is a mobile game.
Oh, it's a mobile game. Okay.
It's a mobile game.
Okay.
Where you build like a kingdom and you like fight.
Yeah, of course
it's one
you
of
do.
those
It's Clash
dumb
of Clans.
things. Yeah,
It's Clash of
basically
Clans.
Clash of Clans, but yeah. He kind of got noticed because he wrote an open letter to publishers like EA
Called Letter from a Sucker.
Well,
Dear EA, where do you get off?
he is claiming that these companies need to realize the effect that they're having on people like him at such a young age and growing up, because now he considers it a gambling addiction.
Ah, so he
No,
sees the light
no,
now.
Well,
no.
He's trying to turn it around.
Stop it. It is not a gambling addiction.
How is it not a gambling? Well, okay,
Because
what's gambling?
You get nothing back in return for those funds.
And where's parenting at this point? Because if you're 13,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
parents need to keep an
So-
eye on that shit.
What was it, in England?
In the story, you really think it's better?
It's better. I swear it is.
In the story, it talked about how it got to a point to where his grandparents were concerned, his parents were concerned, his mom tried to turn off the internet so he couldn't spend money on these games, but he was playing them on his phone, so he had data, so he just kept using his data. And
Dumb parents equals dumb kid equals dumb thing that just happened.
My kid probably won't know about video games
I
until
can
they're 30.
see-
If you want to break down the story in a
Right.
nutshell, that's what it is. Dumb parents, dumb kids, dumb situation.
do you okay, Aaron? I know your take on it. Corey, do you think that this is a form of gambling?
I don't think it's a form of gambling. I think it is like
Addiction.
I think it is addiction.
It's an
Yes.
addiction. I can see how it could be considered gambling, just because the whole point of it is you're spending money to get something of value in return. You may or may not get something of value.
Okay, I could actually see your way in throwing it back to Fallout Shelter. Like if you're just hooked on buying lunchboxes for the thrill of finding out what's next, that is a gamble.
Exactly.
Because you could be getting what you want or you could not be. But in a thing where you're buying specific characters or skins,
True.
that's just buying shit. But
Yeah.
like in the mystery of it, if that's what gets you off and you're like, oh, I have to see what's in this booster pack on Hearthstone.
Or Overwatch. You spend hundreds of dollars on Overwatch to get these loot crates, gambling that you're going to get a
I'm going
legendary.
to write an open letter to Overwatch. Dear Overwatch, I've spent probably about $70 on skins, and I have an addiction.
Yeah,
What do
he
you have
did.
to show for it?
What he did wasn't gambling. His was an addiction to buying online stuff for his game, definitely. And I agree with that, the unboxing thing, because you don't know what you're kind of getting. You're getting something of value, so you're taking the gamble.
But then so I could see how that could apply to some of the games. CS:GO, I think it's kind of like that. Or can you
CS:GO
buy-
is boxed. I thought you buy stuff straight out.
Can you buy stuff straight out?
There's a huge economy. You can buy things from other people. You can do a
Yeah.
random. There's a lot of
His
different methods.
his thing was that once he worked his way up, like once he spent $5, then it was easy to say, okay, well $5 more and it's $10. That's not bad. And then it was like, he spent $100 on something. Then it's kind of like, okay, well I've already spent $100 on this. He worked a part-time job
course
at
he did.
Panera, making $300 to
'cause
$400.
he was in America.
Yeah, making $300 to $400, and 90% of that paycheck went to these games.
Bad parenting.
He got a
And
second
just being
job.
an idiot. What an idiot.
It doesn't make any
Man.
sense to me. I
If you're
don't get
listening
it.
to the show, please, this is what we preach against. Be smart. Don't be a sucker. Coming from a guy who owns Destiny 2 at the table, I mean, he's kind of a sucker, I guess.
Okay,
but-
hang on. When I bought that, none of this was an issue, and you were on board to buy it too.
Well, you had me maybe playing a little bit of, devil's advocate, and then you had Aaron on the other side of the table telling you flat out not to buy this game.
Aaron says don't buy 90% of games.
That's
That's
true.
incorrect.
99%.
99%. We
No.
apologize.
Incorrect. I say I can tell the good ones from the bad ones.
Except for Mass Effect.
No, I knew it was bad going in.
You bought it day one and
You
knew,
heard?
knew
No,
it
I
was
didn't buy
bad.
it day one.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Day 2 or 3.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
Yeah, don't day one me on that one.
Okay, still
But
day 2. Sorry.
I bought it knowing the errors in it. I still wanted to go and see if any of the good game that was left from the last ones were still there.
You touted that game as Game of the Year. Hands
Before, yeah, and there's audio logs of this, people. I know the mistakes I've made.
Audio log?
Yes.
Go back.
Are you gonna?
We can go back to
Okay,
the audio
Fallout.
logs.
I know. I was
Yes.
gonna say this is like something people are gonna collect when they
Yeah,
walk through my
one
house.
day
An audio log of
Yeah.
Aaron.
they'll hear the old
VGB
holotapes.
podcast episode 100.
Yeah.
The RPG of this.
I don't think that. Yeah, the VGB, the RPG.
It's like, damn, this is useless.
That writes itself. VGB the RPG.
Copyrighted Video Game Bang 2017.
Copyright. I'm going to mail that one to myself.
Mail it.
Yeah, no, I knew going into it was bad after the fact that I hyped it up on previous history and trailer. That's what I hyped it up on.
Moving on to the next story. Battle Royale games are all the rage right now.
I saw the new one that's
what
coming
if
out. Yeah.
you could play a major one on your phone?
I wouldn't.
No.
Play PubG on your phone.
No.
PUBG is heading to mobile. Mobile version of PUBG is in
Why?
development with Tencent Games. Mega publishers working with Bluehole to port the Windows PC hit to smartphones. They promise a similar experience to what you get on PC.
There's your
It's similar.
hot button word.
There's
right
guns
there.
in both of them.
Apparently, there are other Battle Royale games on the mobile, which I've never seen or played. I tend to not play shooting games on
What's
mobile.
the
'cause
statistic? Every day, like 1 million apps get published.
Exactly.
So, of course, if there's something that you can imagine, it probably exists in the App Store.
There's a catch to this. It's only in China. So they're the one. They're getting it first. There is no set release date, or even if it is going to come out here. But with it being such a success, it's not possible.
I just don't see that game translating to mobile.
I don't think it's going to be successful.
Just like when MOBAs really exploded, everyone wanted to put a MOBA on the mobile, and you see
There's some. There's an esport one, right?
there's a few esport ones. But
Oh, you mean
none of
Vainglory?
them-
Yeah, Vainglory.
Yeah,
you were
Vainglory.
touting that one out.
The one I was talking about like years ago, and you guys
Yeah.
were like, no, that's not going to work.
Oh,
Now
no,
Corey's job
Vainglory's-
does it.
Well, I was going to say Vainglory's entertaining to watch, but
so now you work for them.
no, I respect watching Vainglory. I tried to play it, and it's just I think it alienates such a large majority of gamers who exist now. Maybe the kids who are all growing up, like every toddler has an iPad.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking ridiculous. And Mike, are your kids gonna have iPads?
No, they're going to have holodecks.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I mean, but still, like, I don't think I'd be that parent who gives my toddler an iPad.
No, actually,
You will,
My
until
kids
they get
will
on
have
your damn
iPads
nerves.
because it's cheaper than a holodeck. It's like the kids' version of a holodeck.
You
it's gonna be
will.
the iPad.
You think so?
Yeah, I think every parent will going into the future. Yeah, parents will.
Well,
It's the replacement. It's just like when the kids that were before all the handheld stuff came out and TVs were the thing that you had to go to. It's like video games now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the thing that keeps your kid distracted while they're yelling at you and screaming for crap. Mine will be a belt because I'm not having that crap in my house.
Wow.
But that's just
Damn.
my house.
That guy. Welcome to my house. All right. So, Corey, I threw this one in for you because you like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering cosplayer quits over harassment, forcing Wizards of the Coast to speak up.
Ooh.
You
Wait,
kept
what?
track about this at all?
No, I haven't. What's up?
So there's this cosplayer, Christine Sprinkle.
Oh, okay.
Checks out. It's a podcast. I mean, that's definitely a cosplayer name.
She
What is it?
Christine Sprankle. Like you sprained your ankle. You sprankle.
Oh, it's not sprinkle.
A sprain no, not sprinkle.
Okay.
Sprankle. Quickly to sum it up, she has quit cosplaying in the Magic community. Apparently she was big Magic the Gathering cosplayer. Wizards had even contracted her to be some of their events.
Oh, I'm looking at pictures. She is a really good cosplayer.
She has thrown it. She's hung it up. She's done. She's took all of her accounts private, all because of this one YouTuber who has made these videos, basically dissing her, talking crap about her. Some of her, just two of the videos.
Who is the YouTuber? Who's the guy?
His name
PewDiePie.
is Jeremy Hambley.
What?
Jeremy Hambling, host
He's
of the
the-
Quartering and Unsleeved Media. Apparently, he has a pretty large following.
Oh,
One of his channels has 153,000
That's not that
subs, and the other one has 24,000. So
wait,
you have
wait.
these followers going after her, in addition to him going after
But
her.
why?
Why would he target her?
Why did he target? Yes.
It doesn't actually say, and of course, there's a he said, she said going on.
There's
She's
videos.
saying,
What do you mean he said, she said?
he said, well, the videos are taken down.
Oh, okay.
He's saying that he's being painted in the wrong kind of light, But when you look at the two videos, one video is titled "Playset of Beta White Knights Protecting Sprinkle from Literal Email Assault," and the other one is "Playset of Beta White Knights Prevent Rape of Magic the Gathering Cosplayer Sprinkle."
Whoa.
So yeah, so Twitter Wizards tweeted out. They didn't specifically mention that, but they did tweet out, "We're saddened by what's happening in the Magic community this weekend. Cyberbullying and harassment are unacceptable, and we support those who come forward with their experiences. No one should be made to feel unsafe or unwelcome. We are working to be a part of the solution."
I don't know. I'm looking at the picture of the guy. I'm disappointed in him because he has a beard.
I knew you were going to say that.
He's let down bearded men across the country, giving us even more of a bad name than we already have. And as Diagondo in chat points out, he doesn't sleeve his cards, and therefore no one should be following him. That's astute observation, one that could only be made.
I didn't get that until I was like, what?
Oh yeah, because one of his channels is unsleeved something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An idiot.
Wow.
I could never listen to a man who doesn't sleeve his Magic cards.
Even I sleeve my Magic cards.
Yeah. All right, everybody, that was our podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you did live on Twitch, you guys are Pog champs. If you listen to it on the podcast, you guys are Pod champs.
Good Lord. And we've lost all our
Did you
viewers.
see that what I did? I really that came like right from the dome.
Yeah,
I didn't even. That was improv.
Yeah, that was apparent.
Yes, and we would like you to give us a 5-star rating.
There's that segue again.
Anywhere and everywhere.
Just as bad as his fall from the second.
If you're listening to this and there's a rating system, I don't know if you see some stars. Look at your phone right now. I'll wait. Okay. Now look at the interface. Do you see anywhere it says ratings or have like stars somewhere? If you can give us the 5-star rating, that would be dope. That would be just straight up dope drugs. So please do that for us. Give us the 5-star rating, and if it has a part that says like why you like it, write a description in there. Put some emojis. I don't care. Just say something nice. We could really use it. That'll help more people find the podcast. That'll bring more people to the Twitch channel. That'll make more community for you guys. And that's what it's all about. Community. Community. Also, our other sponsors, Energy Esports. Check them out on their Twitter at NRGGG. We're doing a lot of giveaways in the month of December and a lot of hype around Overwatch League. The San Francisco Shock has their very first preseason match against the Bastards of LA Valiant. That's going to take place on December 6th, my friends. December 6th. Watch it on Twitch, on the Overwatch official Twitch. And we're going to take them out. It'll be hype. It'll be fun. Anything else to plug? December 10th.
Yeah.
December 10th, if you're in Northern California area, SAC Gamers Expo. You can catch us along with Ivy Doomkitty, who will be making the flight out to Sacramento, hanging out with us all week long. She will also be at our VGB Christmas party, and you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be streamed live on Twitch. There's going to be a lot of booze. It's going to be at Oblivion Comics and Coffee. Don't miss that. All right. That's it. That's the show. I'm done yelling at you. I love you, though. Take me back. For Aaron and Webb, my name is Cory.